Right back to get you on the right side, not the wrong side. It's the Boss and the Sauce Show. And we got my man Wham OG rolling with us today. And we're going over the Mid-American Conference College Football Preview 2019 right now. Here we go. Eastern Michigan Eagles right here in the MAC Conference Preview 2019. Let's take a look at Eastern Michigan. Now, last year they went 7-6. They were 5-3 in conference. Old school coach right here receives 5 on offense, 3 on defense. Your guards got to be down when you get 3 back on defense. But this team does return a nice running back, a wide receiver on offense, and a few linemen. And then on defense, the 3 returners on defense all come in the secondary, which can be helpful, but not in this conference right here. Because in this conference, you have a lot of teams that do really well on the ground. So they're going to have to bring in some beef on the defensive side of the field in order to put a hole on this 203 yards rushing they're giving up each game right here. So this team right here got a lot to work on the defense side of the ball. I give them a little faith on the offensive side, keeping it together, being able to score points. Definitely a team that you want to look at the over with. Last year they had quite a few overtime games they played, which they lost as well. But this year they draw Kentucky, Coastal Carolina, and also Illinois out of conference, which should be a challenge there at Coastal Carolina, at Kentucky, and also at Illinois. But they do get to end the season with Kent State, but they also do have to play Toledo this season as well. So this team got their work cut out for them right here. 7-6 might be the same thing they're gonna get out of this season, just like last season. What y'all think about that?
When I think about it, I think a lot about it, man. All right, let's start out with the coach, Chris Creighton. 158-86, 22 years at the helm. Not all at Eastern Michigan, but an old school coach, like you say, that likes to play a nice style of football. Now, he does have a few issues on the offense. Nothing fancy going on there. They're ranked like right in the middle of the pack in conference, averaging about 27 points per game. But now they hand over the reins to senior quarterback Mike Glass and running back Sean Vaughn. They got 2 senior running backs, and they got the senior quarterback. So that's a good look there. And they're averaging about 12 yards per catch. Now, you talk about the defense is a little weak. Well, I'm looking at the glass half full on this one. The reason being because they are ranked number 1 in conference against the pass, and they're ranked number 1 against total points, 22. So they're holding their end up on the defensive side of the ball. So if they could just work on that rushing game just a little bit, I mean, they're 8th in the conference, which is like 3/4 of the way down. But here's a surprising fact: nationally, they were ranked number 3 against the pass. I bet nobody knew that one, huh? So what does it equal? I mean, it's not equal to wins and losses because they figured up 7-6, which is still on the winning side of the ball, and they did appear in a bowl game. So that being said, I'm going to turn it over to my man, Wham. What do you think about this squad, Wham?
And that's when I go right back to it as well with this game. Like, this is one of those times you go right back to coaching. Coaching is really fundamental here. Old school coach, Chris Creighton. I like what he brings to the table. He's been playing pretty good. He's possibly on his way up. We were just talking about how Central Michigan coach got put down into the G League. My man Chris Creighton is on his way out of the G League. He's like moving his way up out of the G League type of situation here. And he just needs his young defense to step up, in my opinion. I think he needs his young defense to step up just a little bit more. If he has that, he can keep I like the quarterback Glass. He's not one of the top sharpest quarterbacks in the MAC. You know what I mean? There's better quarterbacks out there, but I feel like he's one of those quarterbacks that could bring you to a good game, and with the right coach, which he has, it could possibly do some wonders for him. And they were 8-5 last year as far as ATS against the spread. They were a really good bet in certain spots. I would look for that the same thing that happened this year. And plus, last year I think they were 4-1 ATS in non-conference. Another one of those good non-conference MAC teams. So you keep your eye out on this team, the Eastern Michigan Hawks. I mean Eagles. I'm sorry, I say Hawks, but shout out to the Eagles in Philadelphia.
But this team right here, last year they did beat Purdue at Purdue. They beat Monmouth out of conference play, and they also took San Diego State to overtime for a 20-23 loss. But all these games they had were in double digits, so we know the offense is totally rolling right here, no doubts about it. And it's all going to be light in the hands of the defense. We know how the game works. The defense has to keep the offense on the field by shutting the other team down and bringing them out. If they do that, they're able to score plenty of points and have a chance at winning the game. When the defense doesn't play well, let's see what that looks like. 28-35 lost to Buffalo. What else we got? 22-37 lost to Army. But when the system is working correct, they do good. They beat Toledo last year, 28-26. They beat Ball State 42-20. So it's kind of an up and down thing. Once again, on those Wednesdays and Thursdays night, when you're getting ready to go ahead and try a little something, think about what we're saying today on the show. Put that in effect, and stay tuned to the Boss and the Sauce show, because we will be having picks weekly coming from myself, BigRagoo, and my man Wham OG will be stepping in sometime to lay out some picks right here on the Boss and the Sauce show. Y'all got any last words, or should we jump right into the next one?
Let's go to the next one.
There it is
To
then.
the next.